In this segment, we're going to talk about melody. Remember that everything we're doing, we're trying to relate to the concept of prosody, that everything support the central emotion, the central idea, the central feeling of the song. Now, just to keep things simple, we're going to stay with our loop that we've been using, the A minor to G major, the 1 minor to flat 7, 4-bar loop, 2 bars of A minor, 2 bars of G. That way we'll be able to talk about melody a little bit more clearly, I think. Harmony, of course, is a complete universe and worthy of study all by itself. Again, we're going to stay with melody here and keep the harmony sort of simple, easy to work with. Stable versus unstable is the expression of prosody. And just as we talk about stable versus unstable in number of lines, in line lengths, matching and unmatching line lengths, in rhyme schemes, in rhyme types, and in rhythm, so we also talk about stable versus unstable in terms of melody. The key that you play in, and here we're in A minor, but the key that you play in, whatever it may be, is going to have in the scale of the key stable and unstable tones. And it doesn't really change very much. In any key, the fundamental or the tonic or the note that names the key, in our case A, is the most stable tone. The second most stable tone, as defined by the harmonic series, of course, is the octave. So A, A. And then moving up again in the harmonic series, the fifth, the sol, is the next most stable. And then we move to another octave, and then we move to the major third. So that the tonic, the octave, the fifth, and the third are the stable tones. That means that the second degree of the scale, re, is unstable. The fourth degree of the scale is unstable. The sixth degree of the scale is unstable. And the seventh degree of the scale is unstable. Now, in our case, in A minor, do, very stable. It feels unstable. May, the minor third, feels very stable. Fa, unstable. The 5, sol, very stable. Lay, the flat 6. Te, the flat 7. Unstable. So we have 4 unstable tones in the scale of A minor. Those unstable tones are just as expressive of instability as, say, a consonance rhyme might be, or a shortened line length might be. That is, it will create that feeling of wanting to resolve, wanting to move, wanting to go someplace. So that the second degree of the scale, re, wants to move back to do. The 4th degree of the scale wants to move back to the 3. The 6th degree of the scale wants to move back to the 5. The 7th degree of the scale wants to move up to the do. And so they're all unstable. They're all wanting to go someplace that they can't, they're not at rest. They can therefore be used to color your ideas. So that what we're going to try to do in the next segment is create a melody for the already melodic rhythm and the lyric that we have for our experimental song, Hobo Wind, and see what kind of decisions we can make with stability and instability of notes as we move through the section of Hobo Wind. It'll be fun. Here we are with just an A minor loop. So here's A, Do, feels very stable. Here's Re. Feel how that wants to move, how that feels unsteady. Creates tension against it, creates a sense of longing. Here's the 3rd, stable, the minor 3rd, May. May. And that feels like it belongs. Feels like it's comfortable. Here's Fa. Feel how that wants to move. Wants to move back to May. Here's stable tone Sol. Feels right at home there. Here's Lay, the flat 6. Here's Te, the flat 7. And then the octave. And that's the natural minor scale. With, again, as all scales, the tonic, the 3rd, and the 5th being stable, and the other 4 tones being unstable. That is, the other 4 tones giving us a sense of wanting to go someplace that we're not, being in motion. And that sense of being in motion, wanting to go someplace that we're not, which is exactly, by the way, what we want to do in the song Hobo Wind, to go someplace that we're not. So these tones may be very, very helpful in helping to express even more deeply this whole notion of longing, this whole notion of going somewhere that we want to go but aren't able to yet.